Welcome back to the Maelstrom, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, a quick reminder that we have an affiliate program with Parabellum War Games. Simply enter Maelstrom 10 at checkout to secure a 10% discount on your order. We are now underway with our 1500 point games, but it is worth noting that we made a significant scoring error in our last matchup. The Spires and the Nords initially seemed to have fought one another to a complete standstill, but a helpful viewer pointed out that one of the Spires units was actually broken when we counted it as scoring an objective. This means that Wildman actually came out ahead with his Nords, defeating Putt Hut by the slightest of margins. Today, the 100 Kingdoms return to the field of battle. On the opposing side of the proving grounds, the pounding of drums can be heard. A ferocious battle is set to ensue as the chieftain and the tower lead their warriors forth into the smoky hellscape of the volcano field. Will they be stymied once more, or will one faction press through to claim the ash fields as their own? Welcome back to the Saga of 7 Champions, Episode 9. Our mission for round 2 is based off the opening engagement scenario. Two 12-inch objective zones are on each flank of the battlefield, with an objective marker at each end of the control zone to represent player objectives. At the end of each turn, players will score 3 points for each objective zone they control, 2 more points if they control both zones, and a further 3 points for each objective marker on their opponent's side that they have managed to destroy. In addition, 2 points are scored each time a unit with an attached character stand is brought low. The game will go for 10 turns, or until one player has scored 16 points. At that point, a victor will be determined. The 100 Kingdoms are getting things started with an Imperial officer as the Warlord. His supremacy ability is rapid deployment. He has Armor of Dominion and Standard of Steel for his heirlooms. His battlefield drill is Drill 1, and his retinue is Tactical Tier 3. He is joined by 3 stands of Imperial Ranger Corps with a Standard Bearer, 3 stands of Men-at-Arms with a Standard Bearer and a Seasoned Veteran, 3 stands of Hunter Cadre with a Standard Bearer and a Null Mage. They're purchasing the Veteran upgrade for +1 volley, and then 5 stands of Steel Legion with a Veteran upgrade for Clash +1, Standard Bearer, and a Drill Master. The second character is a Noble Lord with the Weapon Art Weapon Master. He's going to be joined by 4 stands of Household Guard with +1 Clash for the Veteran rule, a Standard Bearer, and an Arms Master. And finally, 3 stands of Household Knights, also benefiting from Veterans for +1 Clash. They also have a Standard Bearer and a Tourney Champion. The Waldron are getting things started with a Chieftain as the Warlord. His supremacy ability is Shock Assault. His Warband cult is Death. For artifacts, he has Kiss of the Dilophosaur. His Way of War is Way 1, and his retinue is Combat Tier 3. He's joined by 5 stands of Blooded with a Standard Bearer and a Tracker, and 5 stands of Braves with a Standard Bearer and a Champion. His Warband is completed by 4 stands of Warbread. In the second group, we have a Mounted Predator for the character. His Warband cult is Famine. For artifact, he has Beast Drones, and his Way of the Hunt is Hunt 2. For his mastery, he has Wasteland Adder. He's going to be joined by 3 stands of Raptor Riders with a Huntress, and 4 stands of Slingers with a Skirmisher. All right, so what you got for lights, sir?
I got for lights, I just have the Ranger Corps and the Hunter Cadre.
All right, I am going to bring mine automatically. I got Slingers.
Hunter Cadre.
All right, and then I also have Wasteland Adder on my Predator, which lets his squad flank. So he's going to automatically show up with the Raptor Riders too.
Cool.
4s or less. They are here.
Unfortunately, they're here. I didn't want to hear it yet.
I mean, you can just leave them in the box all game. I don't care.
I know I can't. I know you don't care, but
That's not what you want to do, huh? All right, I got 3 cards.
all right. Oh, I got to roll for it.
Yep. You got, what, 2 cards?
Yeah, I had a bug on me.
That's probably the one that was dive bombing the camera earlier.
Yeah. Get off of me.
I have a 1.
I have a 6.
All right, so I'm going first.
Yep. I knew I was losing second. You hit that. Take my phone off the table.
Predator is my first one. That's a character, so it'll go to you.
Fine. Hunter contract. That's it for them.
All right.
Ooh, if you don't mind me moving them right quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Instead of having them push up right there, I'll just scoot them the exact, like they'll just move off the exact.
That'll work. My next one will be Raptor Riders. They have a mounted Predator with him. That's the one with the bow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's my first one. Back to you.
PO Ranger Corps. That's it for them right there.
All right. Slingers. I'm going to march just shy of it. That way next turn you cannot march and volley me.
Sounds good. That's it for me. That's it for you.
Yep, that's it. So that's turn 1.
Yes, sir.
All right, auto bringing these.
Yep.
Chieftain with the Braves.
Household guard. I also got to include him. He's with them, but
Yep. And then I'm also bringing the Blooded. They have flank as well. They have an officer called a hunter or a tracker. He gives them flank as well. So then we got reserves to roll for. I've got Warbred. That's the only other medium I have. They come on a 1 or a 2. They're here. So the Wadroon are committed.
I gotta roll for 2 of them. Or it's what, 3, 4s?
1s and 2s.
1s and 2s. Now to show up.
No help yet.
Nope.
How many cards you looking at?
4, I believe.
I got 7, so I think you got advantage.
I think so.
6.
6. I'll go first.
All right.
Alright. Double 1. Here you go.
All right. I like it. Starting with the dead ones. Speaking of, Chieftain, your go.
Imperial Ranger. I should make you go first. Imperial Ranger Corps. I don't have to do anything, correct? I can
Correct. They can choose to just sit.
I'll just stay there. Here you go.
Okay. Blooded. All right. That is me.
Alright. Hunter Cadre. Your range is 18, correct?
18. Yep.
Okay. I have that dead activation to make you move something, but
Yeah.
that did not work at all.
Raptor Riders.
What's the movement?
8. They do drop a marker into the chant, which they're famine. So they're going to use Flood Reform.
Okay. And then they're going to shoot, or you don't march?
They don't have range there, but I am going to do a march forward.
Okay.
Just into range. The ladies won't be able to shoot because they only have 12-inch range.
Well, she has what?
She has 18.
You're 2 outside of the. I should have marched them up 2 inches.
So I'm going to move just up where she can shoot. And the Predator is volley 3, so she's going to be hitting you on 3s and less. We have 1 hit.
1 hit?
Yep. It is armor piercing, but you have evade 1, so
That means
you need a 1 to save. If you roll a 6, she has deadly shot. You take 2 wounds if you roll a 6. Look at
I
that.
didn't say that, huh?
Had to say it.
And I have to roll resolve?
No. These guys do cause resolve when they shoot, but they're like the only shooting unit in the game that does that stock.
They have what? 4 wounds? Yes.
Yep.
I find a red guy to use.
Put that arrow straight through 2 guys and pin them together. Back to you. Actually, I lied. Hold on. Her way of war is fire in advance, so she will advance backwards. Come on, Big Red. Your tail's in the way. All right, now it'll be your turn.
Alright. Household guard. 12 then.
All right. Back to me.
Yep.
Slingers. They're also from the Cult of Famine, so they'll chant famine over here as well.
And their range is 16 too, right?
These guys,
Yeah.
18. They shoot as far as
the
cadre.
Yeah.
And that objective is jacking up my ability to stand together.
Are they
So
lights or mediums?
lots.
Lights.
The Slingers are going to fire on you. They are volley 3. 8 hits.
That's not bad. I'm what? Evasion 2?
Yep.
Six hits.
Yep. And those do cause resolve. They're like the only shooting thing in the game that does it inherently.
Resolve 3.
Not bad there.
2 more.
So that'll kill 2 stands. That will break them, and then it'll be your turn.
I'm out of cards.
Oh, you out?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Predator on the table. So that'll drop a 3rd famine marker. Braves, and they're going to bring the chieftain with them. And then my last card is the Warbread. And that's me. So still no score, because the Predator is a lot, the character there, so no scores yet.
I'm just rolling for the medium men at arms.
Yep.
Right here.
They're here.
Everyone's here now.
Yep.
Because my automatic is Council Knights. He's with them.
Yep.
But he's still coming too. So,
I got you.
which is Steel Legion of Imperial Officer.
Yep. So both of us are committed. You said you have 8 cards now?
Yeah, I believe so.
So you have advantage, because I just have 7.
I mean, you have advantage because...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get it.
You're all good. 2, 3,
I'll tie it so that we go roll again.
2.
4, so you're first.
Okay. Hunter Cadre.
Mhm.
They're going to take aim and they're going to fire. That's
Go for
5
it.
shots, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that'll be volley. That'll be
Volley 4,
volley 4, yeah.
because they're veterans.
Yep.
4 hits.
Yep.
So we'll squash 1 stand. Nice shooting, Text.
Right. All right. Off to you.
All right. For mine, Slingers, they have to chant famine because there's 3 markers. Anytime there's 3 markers, I have to go.
What does famine give you?
It's not going to help them. It gives them relentless blows and +2 to their charge range.
Which they
So
can't.
yeah, it's not going to help on this turn. I mean, I guess technically I would go that far plus a d6 if I wanted to charge you, but
Did you have to roll a 6 from there?
I'd rather just move forward and shoot at you.
Or the Imperial Rangers?
Yep.
Okay.
Move up. Still not in close range, but
You're
4,
going to hurl boulders at me,
8,
so...
12, and 1 for the leader. They need 3s.
You stop rolling so good?
So I hit you 7 times.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, 7.
And those are evade 1.
So just 1.
Yep.
Save 1, so 6 hits.
Yep.
So
That'll kill, finish them.
that was 2 there.
And then 1 more stand.
That's it.
And then they need 6 resolve checks because slingers do cause resolve.
What's the result?
I think 3, but I'm not sure.
Full check.
You caught me out finally. You found a stat I don't remember.
Resolve 2.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to help you.
Made 3 of
Hey,
them
you kept the
so-
one guy alive. They're definitely broken, but they are still hanging in there.
It's not going great.
Back to you, sir.
Men at arms. Do that. Yeah.
All right.
Good for me, sir.
All right. Chieftain. He will drop a death chant into the sequence and turn it back over to you.
Yep. Double lord after you.
All right. Braves. They will also drop a death chant into this. Actually, yeah, they will.
Back to me again?
No, they're going to move.
Okay. I was going to say, like, all this chanting doing nothing.
Hey, we got to build up. We got to work ourselves up. Can't be falling down yet, Chief. We ain't finished. All right, back to you now.
Steel Legion.
Move over, last ranger coming through. Predator. Predator will drop a famine token and turn it back over to you.
Okay. Imperial Ranger Corps. Can I technically see him right there?
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
take aim and fire with the Imperial Rangers, which they're volley 3.
Yep, which you'd get a 4th shot because that has to be your leader stand that's still alive.
Yeah. Get out of here.
That 1 wound's about to cost me some more orcs.
Hopefully. So volley 4 now because of taking aim and fire.
Correct.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Not,
Apparently there is literally just one guy left alive there.
but he's over here doing Legolas type.
Granted, my defense is garbage. I lose 2.
Take it. I'll take it for the one dude.
They got 5 wins apiece. Ooh. Actually wouldn't have lost to Sand last turn. Which I'm not going to back up and take that extra shot. It's going bad enough for you. So what I'll do instead, you dealt me 2. We'll say that last one killed him, and that'll knock these guys down to 4.
Fair enough. Take it.
Yeah, that shooting volley went enough in my favor. I'm not about to say, oh, I actually would have had 4 more shots at him. No, we're going to call it good there. Back to me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, next up's the Raptors. They have to chant. They're going to chant. So, they drop... Actually messed up. That famine marker I dropped wouldn't... So, what should have happened? He chanted death.
Yes.
They chanted death. His draw event lets them throw a Conquest marker in the sequence at the end of their activation. So then when the character comes due, the Predator chants famine, which I would discard death, drop a famine there. So when the Raptor Riders activate, I'm going to discard their token and chant this. The Conquest token is going to turn into a War token that gives me 1 of each and lets me chant a Tier 2 Conquest chant. Essentially, it's like the wild card thing. You have to have 1 of every suit to be able to do it. At level 2, it gives me +3 to my first march, and it gives me +2 to my invasion. But it is to evasion, but it is to a maximum of 3. So they will do a Fluid Reform to start. Actually, we'll just move 1 to the front rank. So I am just over 16 away from you. Their first march is 11, which means their second one will hit you automatically.
Okay, so you'll just get impact attacks then?
They don't even have impact.
So they'll just...
I'm just doing it to get a hold of you and pin you off of the objective.
Copy that.
And then it'll go back to you.
Okay, I go.
Yep.
Household Guard.
Go for it.
I'm rolling this one again.
That'll work.
Oh, okay.
I always do. If they're stacked, I just re-roll the top one.
8 hits. And then
5, 6, 7, 8. You want to go ahead and roll the Lords too?
his are what, 4 the last 2? Or 3?
Yes.
I'm gonna look. Hit 3 of them. So...
Does he just have 4? I thought he had 5.
I don't know.
Double check. I think he has a 5th attack. Okay.
I cleave 1.
All right. Which for them doesn't matter. They have evasion. So.
Okay, just make sure.
So how many hits?
5, 6, 7, 8, 11 hits.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 11. Just
All right.
double check that.
Yeah, your Household Guard are also cleave 1, but they're evade. Normally they're evade 2, but since I chanted Conquest, they're evade 3 right now.
Okay.
So they need 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Goodness.
So that'll kill her.
Still, though, that's crazy.
And then we need Resolve. Failed 1.
After you, sir.
Blooded will be next. They are in the Chieftain's Warband, so they chant death, and they will double march up. Yeah, your go.
Household Knights.
Last up for me is the Warbred. They're going to chant famine. Sorry, death. They're part of the Chieftain, not the Predator. 2 death markers, and that is me.
Okay.
So that'll score 8 for me.
Imperial Officer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You still got a card.
Doesn't matter, you score 8. Imperial Officer,
Yep.
so.
So I'll score 8, and that's the end of turn 4. Or was that turn? That was turn 3.
Yes, so you scored 8 because you had both, right?
Yep.
You still have advantage, so.
Yep, because I left a handful of guys alive here and there. All right. 1. So I got it. I'll reduce that to a 0 either way. All right, so once again, the slingers are going to be complete chant hogs. They're going to take these, which does them absolutely no good, and they're going to take aim and shoot your Steel Legion.
Okay. Their defense 4?
I think they're 3 normally, unless you've activated Bastion.
I didn't go first. I didn't get to.
Correct. 3 stands plus a leader, and I'm getting 5 shots of base because you're definitely within 9 inches of me.
So 15 shots?
Yep, and I'm hitting you on 4s. They also have a rule called torrential fire. So every 2 hits causes an extra hit. Which actually just got nerfed. That used to be every hit. So used to, that would have been more. So it's,
4, 6, 8.
let's see, 3, well, 3, 6, 9, 12, because each one of those generates an extra one. 13, but it rounds up, so 14. So I'll get an extra one for that too. So it'll be 14 hits against them.
That's true.
Yep. Oof.
Eight hits.
And one more. You got a 5 down there too.
9.
Yuck. And that does cause resolve, so they'll have to take resolve checks too. Which there, I think, resolve 3, and you have extra stands, so you're resolve 4 right now.
1.
Yep. So it'll be 2 wounds off of that base total, because they had one rock wound left over.
I go.
Yep, back to you.
Steel Legion.
Yep.
I guess it's automatic charge.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna skip him over that base.
That'll work.
And then the clash, obviously. 3, 6. That was the first 10.
Yep.
1. I rolled.
Oh, that 4 will hit too, because they're
Those
on.
aren't, oh, I can see the 4. Okay, so 5 5s and a 6.
Hey, okay, the 6. Do you remember how many 6s you had in the first handful? I remember at least 2. You'll actually get to re-roll those, so you'd have 4 re-rolls total. I'm pretty sure, because you're normally class 4. Since you inspired, you get to re-roll 6s.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yep. There, that helped at least a little bit.
So 4, 8, 12 hits.
12, so that'll kill them, leave them with 2 wounds. Here's 6 of them. Let's see if I can even make that many. No, so you wipe me out. These guys are pwned. Famine chant marker from the Raptors. They're going to go ahead and inspire and clash.
Yep.
1, 2 Raptors, leader. 3, 6, I think, from the Predator. Yeah, 6. And they all have flurry. So the ladies are going to hit you on 3s. The Predator will hit you on 4s. Flurry.
Goodness, dude.
No help from the leader, but the girls knew what they were doing apparently. So I got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No cleave or anything, so you get your standard defense.
And defense 3.
Yep.
I got a lot of those.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
3 hits.
Yep.
And resolve for those, right?
Yep, and they'd be resolved 4 because of how many guys you got right now.
Made all but 1, so,
So,
one stand.
yep, 1 stand.
Not too terrible.
Nope, that wasn't bad.
Alright, my next card. Household Knights.
Okay. Let's see, you went 7. You may even have some room left. 7. Nah, that's got you right at spent.
We'll just call it that. I was going to call it that anyway, so.
That'll work.
Fine.
Back to me.
Yes, sir.
Predator. Chant Famine.
Predator with the.
That's the mounted one there with the turquoise feathers, tail feathers, whatever you want to call that. I'll issue a challenge to your noble lord. You want to fight me?
No.
Okay, so that will break your squad unless you have. Do you have that? I think it's called Regalia of the Empire.
I think I added it to him.
I couldn't remember. Okay, so that will break the squad.
I don't think I had enough points for it.
Yep. So that'll break them, but doesn't do anything at the moment.
Okay.
Back to you.
Okay. Household Guard.
And you can use your first activation to rally, so that you're not broken.
Okay,
Like it doesn't
but I
let
can't-
you
I can't
can't
inspire.
inspire. Yeah, you can't inspire either way because you're broken. If you're broken, you can't inspire. So just you'd use your first one to rally, and then your second one to fight me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So either way, same thing.
Yep.
So I'll just rally him and fight.
Makes sense.
So,
And Arms Master reroll 6s, so that your misses were good misses for the most part.
so time being 6 hits.
Yep.
One more.
Yep. So 7.
Yep.
Oh, and your noble lord, he gets to fight even though he did refuse the duel, but he still gets to clash.
So 4 hits at clash 4, right?
Yes. 3 because he didn't inspire.
1 hit.
Yep.
Little bastard. I
So
had to put myself there. Sorry.
8, right?
Yep. 8 hits.
That'll be evade 2. Holy crap. Made half of them. That will kill her, and then resolve, felled one more. So that'll scooch this to Big Red and kill her. My go?
Yep.
Alright, next up for me are the Warbred. They will drop a death marker and then chant. Since I don't have enough death cards to chant, I'm going to chant level 1 Famine since I have 2 cards. That's going to give them +2 to their charge and and shock, which they already have shock from the leader. I'm also going to burn them out this turn. Burnout makes me take decay when it's over, but I get +1 clash and +2 to my march. So that turns their march into 8. Automatic charge.
I've lost here.
And I do have one that's going to be in contact with Armored Dominion, so there's nothing I can do about that. So first off, I have impact attacks. They get 2 apiece. They're normally clash 2. They go to 3 for burnout and 4 for shock. So 5s and 6s miss. They still manage to miss with half. You got 4 hits, and those are just your standard save.
Defense 3?
Yep.
So 4 hits, right, you said?
Yep. Actually, you'd be defense 4 because they have a Bastion because you already activated this turn. Got 1 wound.
I think you're 4 wounds a piece, right?
Yes.
Kind of garbage, but okay.
And that does cause resolve, which you're still resolved 4 at this point, so. You would just need 1 because you only failed 1 save.
Cool. I made it.
Yeah, actually, you'd make it anyway because he has Indomitable, so you'd make it regardless. 1, 2, let's see. Here's the 5 that you get your normal save against. Actually, we'll do them in white. These are gonna, the cleave gets stopped because of Armored Dominion. I think that's what it's called, Armored Dominion.
No, yeah. There's standard still Armored Dominion.
Yeah. And then I have 1 extra for my leader, 1 for the guy in the back.
I think he's 1 here. Anyway.
So let's see, we're missing, you said you have the standard of steel, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not getting rerolls on 6s. I normally would, but I don't because I can't inspire against you. So we got 3 from him. And then all the 1s, they have a rule called Relentless Blows. Anytime they roll a 1, it counts as 2 hits instead of 1.
I'm saying 4.
So 1,
6.
2, 3 there. All right, so these 4, you're going to get your normal save against because they're the ones that are hitting you from Armor of Dominion. Got 2 still somehow. So 2 so far, and then 5, 10, 12 at cleave 2. It would be defense 2 because they're cleave 2.
I made 3.
Yuck. So, and then you'd need 8, 9. You'd need 9 more resolve checks. And that'd be enough to get them.
That'll be game, then. That'll be game anyways.
Yeah, because I'm going to hold both points. Ugh. Well, yeah, good game. We knocked out 3 games for our 1,500 point segment over the course of 1 weekend, and in the process realized that this mission as we were playing it was very prone to quick victories such as this one. We have 1 more game with this lopsided attempt at a mission before we decided to switch it up to one of the standard scenarios from Parabellum's mission pack. We definitely want future games to have more time for the action to brew. In this one, however, the Slingers won too many activations in a row and were able to scythe down an entire side of the 100 Kingdoms advance. If you're enjoying the series, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications each time new content arrives. We also have a link to our Patreon in the description if you're so inclined to support our Conquest content. To everyone that has already subscribed and consumes our content, we say thank you. Your support is why we continue to do what we do. That's all we have for today, but our next matchup is coming soon, with the Old Dominion and the Dwegon meeting on the field of war. Come back next week as the Proving Grounds ring with battle once more.